driving in the car. We're heading downtown to our shave event, the Great Shave at the Palmer House. It's Geofatboy and it's Nicole. She's in charge of driving. She's the chauffeur for the day. You can see it's a crazy day in Chicago as usual. The weather's been like 30 degrees, sleet, hail, sunny, and now you're looking downtown. We're coming from the north heading south, and you can see the tall buildings. You can see the John Hancock on the left and the not Sears Tower, but the Willis Tower on the right. At this point, they're in sunlight. So welcome to Chicago. They say if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes, it'll change. Okay, we've picked up our other assistant, Miss Taylor. She's in the back seat. We're on our way to the Great Shave event. Yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
It's Geofatboy, Taylor, and Nicole,
yes,
the chauffeur in charge for the day. She's in charge of getting us there safely.
Chi-Town. That's the lake. That's what's up.
That's the lake. There's the MapQuest. There's the view of it. We're on Fullerton. We're heading east, and hopefully we won't wind up in the lake. Lakeshore Drive, working our way south to the Great Shave event. You can see some tall buildings, and the lake is to the left. It's on. All you have to do is point it.
Sorry.
So you're gonna say some words.
Hello.
Thank you. Very nice man who took our picture. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Cheers, mate.
Okay, and over this way. Hi.
I also like to wear bandana, so this is my kind of like my trademark when I shave. So I have to wear my uniform or I can't do it properly. It's just how it goes. Okay, so I'd like to say I'm Geofatboy from Shave Nation Shaving Supplies. You can find me on YouTube. I have about 50 different videos on YouTube talking about all different types of shaving, safety razor shaving, straight razor shaving, and not yet, but tonight I will talk a little bit about multi-blade cartridge razors, just so there's something for everybody, because you may not be into one or the other. If you're not into shaving at all, there's beautiful women to look at, good food, and I'd like to thank number one, Rose Apothecary, AQ. I don't know where you are, but I want to thank you, Anthony. And I'd also like to thank the Palmer House Hotel for letting us use this beautiful room and occupy it for a few hours. And you people that came here from out of town, you got to see a good taste of Chicago weather today. We went from snow, rain, sleet, hail, sun, everything. I'll start this presentation. And I was planning on shaving with a straight razor, and the lighting isn't really permissive, and it's kind of dangerous to have a super sharp blade on your face and you can't see real well. So I won't be lathering up, but I will be talking about it. And you can see some of my YouTube videos, and you can see me lather up and perform different shaves, if you're interested in that. What I'll do right now is I'd like to talk about safety razor shaving. Anybody shave with a safety razor? All right, very good. First, your grip. You can balance the razor, the barrel of it, on your finger, and there's a point about an inch down from the head, which will be your balance point. So that's where you want to grip it, at the balance point with a razor such as this, and you can put your pinky underneath for a little extra support if it's wet. That will help you grip it a little bit better, and you won't drop it. So then, when you apply the razor to your face, what you want to do is find a point which is perpendicular or parallel. You want to be 30 degrees in the middle. And 30 degrees is very hard to arrive at. What you need to do is trial and error, just practice it, you'll get the hang of it. It may take you several shaves to get the hang of it. So this uses a replaceable blade, a double-edged blade, cost efficient, very inexpensive. It's about 50 cents for the blade. So you can get 4 to 6, I can get 4 to 6 shaves out of one of these blades, as opposed to multi-blade cartridge razor, which is very expensive, and the technology is totally different on this razor, where you need to press down With the safety razor, you don't need to press down, just the weight of the razor. So what you do is, after your shower, run some hot water on your face, hop out of the shower, go over to the sink, fill it with hot water. And what you want to do is have a cup with hot water and your brush, your badger brush, soaking in the water. So you'll take your brush out, shake the water off, and then you will mix in your lather, and you can either mix it into a bowl or you can go directly to your face. So you apply your lather in a circular motion all around, and then once it's applied, you want like a snowman effect, where you don't see any skin showing through. And then you'll start with your razor. You'll start up at the top, and you'll find your angle, and from your sideburn, you'll just work your way down, and the goal is progressive beard reduction. With each pass, you want to remove a little bit of the growth. So you'll work your way down the right side, and then you'll work your way down the left side, and then when you come to your neck, you'll work your way down, and that's your first pass, which is with the grain. So then you'll rinse off, and you can re-lather at that point, and you can start another pass from the ear towards the nose, work your way across, and then with the backhand, you can work your way across this way, and then on the second pass, you can go against the grain on your neck like this, all the way across, and clean it up very nicely. If you choose, you can re-lather again if you want to get really close. At that point, you have the option of going from the nose towards the ear, another across the grain pass, or if you're brave and you don't have a problem with irritation, you can start at the bottom and work your way up with it against the grain pass, south to north. And on the neck, what happens is your hair grows in different directions, so you need to attack that, and you can shave your whiskers in different directions so that you remove it completely. So as far as the safety razor, that's it. I would like to talk about a straight razor as well. If you shave with a straight razor, they need to be honed and stropped, and there's a little bit of maintenance that goes along with it. So when you shave with a straight razor, it's pretty much the same process. What you'll do is apply the cream to your face, and then you'll start at the top, and you'll work your way down with a straight razor, like this, same angle, about 30 degrees. You'll work your way down, and then right side of the face with your right hand, left side of the face with your left hand. You'll work your way down, and then when you get to the neck area, the jawline, you can shave down through the jaw, hold your skin, stretch it, and then release it, and at that point, you'll see shaving cream underneath your chin, which you've gotten to the area below your jawline. You can work your way past that and completely shave. Then you can do a second pass, which will be across the grain in the other direction, like so. Left hand with your left side of the face, right hand with your right side of the face. When you get to the bottom, you have the option of holding the razor like this, where it's folded, and you work your way up, across from right to left, and you shave that way again at a 30-degree angle. You also have the option of holding it like a Japanese style razor, like this, where you can do the same thing, work your way across. And that is the straight razor. That's how you can perform a shave with that. So you can do 2 or 3 passes until you get as close as you want to be, and then you'll be satisfied with that. Then you can, I normally rinse with hot water, and then I rinse with cold water to close the pores. And there's something called an alum block. This is alum. It's a naturally occurring mineral. And what you can do is you can glide this over your face after your shave, and that will seal off any nicks. This will actually give you feedback on your shave. It'll tell you how you did it, because what happens is when you glide this along your face, you will feel, it's an astringent, you'll feel some stinging as you're doing it. So you'll know if you went too deep. The alum block will tell you so. After that, you can rinse off with your cold water, seal your pores, apply your favorite aftershave, and go conquer the world. That's it, you're ready for your day. The last one I want to talk about is the multi-blade cartridge type razor. This is a totally different concept in shaving. This has 5 blades. So what happens is you need to apply a little pressure when you're using this, and it's designed so that a couple blades will pull the whisker and the other blades will follow behind and shave it off. That's great if you can achieve a good shave with it, excellent. But I find that shaving with one blade, a single edge blade, whether it be a safety razor or a straight razor, is much more beneficial, and if you complain about irritation with your shaving, think about this fact that this razor has 5 blades. So each time you run this down your cheek, along your face, you're running 5, 10, 15 blades down your face. So for that reason, the safety razor is something to take a look at with a double-edged blade, and also they sell these with replaceable blades. If you don't want to do the honing and stropping, you can use a feather or any other shavette style razor. I do find one use for this, which I like. I myself personally don't get a good shave from this. What I do like is that it has a precision cutting head, which at the tip here, you can use this, which is really nice. You can refine your sideburns, it'll give you a nice straight line. And also, whether you shave with any type of a razor, safety razor like this is a recurve vision. It's one of the largest razors on the market. It's heavy, it's large. You can get a great shave from it, but the thing about it is that it's so large that it's very difficult to get directly under your nose and to scoop out the hairs under your nose, the whiskers under there. So at that point, you can use a straight razor, or you can use a smaller safety razor. You can use an Edwin Jagger DE89 or a Mercur HD, something a little bit smaller to clean out that area. But this does do a fine job of cleaning out that area. The other thing I'd like to talk about is a grip on a large razor like this. This is a Mercur Future or a Vision. If you're using a large razor such as this, what I like to do is, rather than holding it at the balance point, I like to just grip it as a cradle in my hand like so, because the weight of it is so much that you may go a little heavy-handed. I kind of like the analogy of when I was a little kid, my mom used to tell me, don't hold your spoon like that when you're eating your cereal. What you want to do is just grip it nicely, cradle it, and let the weight of the razor do the work, and that way you won't irritate your skin. So that's about it. I'd like to thank the Palmer House, Anthony, and everybody from MERS for allowing me to perform the demonstration. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a few techniques that might help you. Anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. Yes? Stretching the skin? As far as stretching the skin, it's highly recommended that you stretch your skin. Actually, whether you shave with a safety razor or a straight razor, but especially when you shave with a straight razor, you actually want to stretch the skin, because by stretching, it gives you a smooth surface and it allows you to work your way across the skin without cutting yourself. And another thing is, like, certain problem areas with a straight razor, say if you're a little bit on the thinner side and your cheeks are concave, they go in a bit, what you can do is just inflate a little bit of air into your cheek, puff it out a little bit, and that will enable you to work your way across the cheek without having to navigate that concave area. And then also another problem area is, any type of razor, is where your lips come together here. You can just take your tongue, put it behind there and push out, and then you can shave across that area and clean it up real nice. It's kind of like, it's just you in the bathroom doing your shaving, so any kind of a face or anything you need to do, any weird configuration, unless you're me and there's a lot of people watching, because I have 50 videos on YouTube, they'll be viewed 1,000,000 times pretty soon, so, you know, unless you're me, no one cares what you're doing. So when you're in the bathroom, just perform your shave, do whatever it takes, and that's it. As long as you can achieve a nice smooth shave and you're happy with it, that's all that counts. Okay, I'll just say this in closing. From all my YouTube videos, I've answered probably 5,000 or 6,000 questions on shaving, from straight razors, safety razors, etc. And I just wanted to say a couple of the comments, something like, the best one, just 2 words, thanks, Dan. That's it. And that's not coming from any of my kids, that's coming from somebody else. So the other one was, a couple weeks ago I got one, he said, you should have a show on the Discovery Channel every Saturday for 20-30 minutes on shaving. And I said, okay, sounds good to me. So anybody from the Discovery Channel, give me a call. I'm more than happy. Thank you very much, I greatly appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geo. We'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah, we did some questions. Thanks. You missed them. But we'll be back with another talk in a few minutes. Lynn Abrams is going to be here talking about how to care for a straight razor and honing and sharpening and all that. So be back in a few minutes.
my way of saying thanks for you coming and watching the presentation. The beautiful girls have some bandanas like mine, similar. You can each get one and show your support for Shave Nation. Come and visit me at shavenation.com. Thank you.
Up to Walter.
Okay, wait.
Where's Paris Hill?
Watch this one. Sorry,
Over here, 1, 2.
GQ and Geofatboy.
That's right.
Yeah, very nice.
Drumline. Check us out on Drumline.
Check us out on